to today's live. I had to sneak in the live because my timing is a little different than normal, but I decided to just come on here to give you this word, to give you this message while I go for my daily walk. Um, Welcome again, everybody. I am Josie, and I'm the founder of Girl Plus Kingdom TV and Ministries. Over here, we talk about transforming your life. We talk about moving forward into your purpose, and transformation happens in different areas of our lives, right? So, the jurisdictions that I feel called to, and I know I'm called to, is health, the jurisdiction of relationships, the jurisdiction of business, ministry, and I know I'm called to leaders to help them to rise and take their rightful place in the earth and to step forward into what God has for you. Excuse my attire. Again, I am exercising, and I thought to bring y'all along the journey with me because I know that my timing is limited, and I know that I won't have as much time as I normally do to record without being in probably this type of setting or whatever. But if you guys have not already done so, I offer free consultations. Go ahead and go to my website at girlpluskingdomtv.org to go ahead and book your free consultation. We have books on there about purpose to help you to take the step forward and to find your purpose and start walking in it. Because many of you have been on the sideline, have been waiting for your turn, and God is calling you out. I know I'm called to leaders, I'm called to entrepreneurs, I'm called to those of you who know that God has called you for ministry and to step forward into what He has for you. And so go on the website to check out all of the resources that we have available. If you need one-on-one coaching, you can book that as well on the website. And today we are going to be talking about when when you were more than what he expected. Okay, this is gonna be for the ladies, fellas. Y'all can tune in, y'all can watch, but this is going to be for the ladies today. So when you are more than what he expected, when you are when he underestimated you and thought that you would just be a woman, he probably knew you were a good woman, but he didn't have any idea of who you really were. He didn't have any idea of the depths that you carried. He didn't have any idea of the magnitude of who you really are. And so he got with you, but your magnitude was so great. What God placed on the inside of you is so big that the man that ended up getting with you, he saw all of who you were and he underestimated you. He saw your greatness, but he didn't know that what God had placed on the inside of you was so big, and it would take for him to step up. It would take for him to go to another level. It would take for him to become the man that God created him to be in order to really walk alongside of you. And what I have found is that sometimes men will do that. They will get with a woman, they want this woman, they pursue this woman, they go after a woman, and they do all of the things, right? And then when they get with that woman, they get with the woman of their dreams, the girl that they prayed for, the woman they asked for, and then does not have the capacity to keep that same woman. They don't have the capacity to hold on to her because her magnitude is great. He did not quite prepare for what he prayed for. He wasn't ready to meet the woman that was about her business. He wasn't ready to meet the woman that kept her word. He wasn't ready to meet the woman that, prayed, that fasted, that went to God instead of arguing and going back and forth with him. He wasn't ready to meet that woman that could come into his life and show him real unconditional love. He thought, I can get with this woman. I know she's a great woman, but I know I got stuff I got to work on, but I'm not going to work on it just yet. I'm gonna see if she'll put up with it, and that's a big no. If you know that this man, you see signs of him not putting in work within himself, not doing the inner healing that he needs to do, not letting go of past trauma and relationship issues that he had in his past, that's your sign to go ahead and move on. It's not your sign to try to make this man be who you want him to be. If he tell you, I'm not ready for this, that's your sign to go ahead and let him go on and move on about his business. It's not the time for you to shrink down, shrink back, ostracize yourself or your value or your worth just to have a man. That's not the time to do that. If he come into your life and you moving forward, you thriving, you in your destiny, you in your purpose, and he come into your life and then he starts, you know, showing you things like things that you know that goes against what you asked God for, things that you know goes against what you pray for, then don't stay in a relationship that's not going to benefit you. See, he underestimated you because he thought you was going to be like the other women that put up with his toxicity. He underestimated you because he thought, oh, she going to deal with my bad attitude. She going to deal with my lust issue. She going to put up with me. Hey, Twinkles, she's going to put up with me. She going to allow me to just be me, you know, only to find out that I was really standing on business when I said that I'm a woman of standards. I was really standing on business when I said that I wanted a man of character. I was standing on business when I told you I really serve God. Now you see it. Oh, that's a lot to deal with, right? We see it over and over. And then that man, the same man, he don't want to let you go, right? It's the same type of man that don't want to release you, but he gotta release you because if he can't seem to get himself together, if he cannot seem to know how to love you correct or figure out what to do with his trauma, you don't have to stay around with a man that's not willing to do the internal work because you have literally done the internal work. You have been working on yourself. You got the standards. You know what you want. You come with the package and all the things that a man could ever want in a wife. And so let that brother walk. And this don't mean that you don't love him. You might love him. You might care deeply for him. But if he can't seem to stay and put in the work that he needs to do to become the man that he needs to be, he'd rather run because see, he didn't understand that all that you carried was more than what he could imagine, more than what he could think of. You were way too much woman for him. He didn't know you carried that much depth and your mind was on right and your heart was right and your spirit was right. He thought, oh, I'm gonna get with her because I want her. A lot of times that's coming from a place of selfishness. I want her. But then when he really looked within, he's not prepared for her. And so situations do happen in life where two people can meet, you meant to be with each other, but y'all both need to do some work, right? And one may have more trauma to work through than the other person. But if y'all get together and you decide, we're going to do this, we're going to be together, I'm not going to leave you, you don't have to leave me, let's work on our traumas because I don't want you to be with anybody else. I don't want you to be in another relationship with nobody else, but we'll work on our trauma together, right? I'm going to go to therapy, you do what you got to do. That's cool. But if that person want to try to hold on to you, saying I don't really know what I want to do, but they not also not working on themselves, that's a no. Because we can't afford to live like that in 2025. We can't afford as women to keep allowing men to just have their way, come in and out as they please, because men understand the vulnerableness of a woman. Men understand that women give third, fourth, and fifth chances a lot of times. But if he take you for granted, don't want to put in the work, don't want to do what it takes, that's not for you. Keep moving on, moving forward. Keep progressing. Keep working on yourself. Keep building your dreams. Keep going for what you know. Because the right man at the right time is gonna come in your life and he gonna add so much value to you. He ain't gonna have you on the waiting shelf like you on sale for pre-order, he gonna literally take you off the shelf because he understands that you are valuable. He doesn't want anybody else to claim you. He want to claim you for himself. So I just came on here to say, sometimes men will underestimate you. They don't know the greatness and the magnitude of who you really are. And once you show them the greatness and the magnitude of who you are, they run. And it's not because they are bad men. No, it's because they cannot handle the weight or responsibility of you, because they have not did the inner work. They have not developed the things that they need to develop in order to be able to walk alongside of you. So what that let me know is that we don't need to be talking. We don't need to be dating. We don't need to be in a relationship because you underestimated me. You thought I was just like him. You thought I was just like old girl from around the way. Only to find out that I'm really standing on business when I tell you that I have standards, and I'm not gonna compromise those standards for you. So be encouraged if you are in a dating phase. Be encouraged. Don't allow these dating streets to scare you, because God has somebody for you, and they are going to cherish you. They are going to love you. They are going to appreciate you, adore you, and do everything in their power to show you that they love you. So I pray that this message bless you, have helped you. Um, Continue to like, share, comment, all the things. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.